Today, I'm going to talk about CEO executive skills for everyone. You don't have to be a CEO to make good use of having executive skills. In fact, we could all use them, and if we all had these skills, we would have better access to more success, more happiness in our lives, to reaching our optimal life. So, who made the rule that only CEOs should have these skills? Let's break the rules. Let's share them with everybody. You should have them, your family should have them, your coworkers should have them. Let's all get on board and gain these skills and share these skills so we can all succeed together. Wouldn't it be great if you share these with somebody as well? Somebody you know, a friend or a coworker. I love to hear stories about how people take the information I give and share the videos or share the stories or share strategies, and people come back to me. So I love hearing that. This is a great one to share with people you know, because we all want to have optimal success and happiness in our lives. And again, we can all benefit from these CEO skills, even if we're not CEOs, and in many cases, especially if we're not CEOs, because we're often not thinking about the skills that we need to succeed. Most people live in what I call the random default mode, where we wait for things to happen and then we react. And very often when you live in that mode, you're really putting out fires that happen. You're responding to crises, to challenges, instead of building goals and working directly on success. And one thing you should know, and people sometimes tell me, well, I don't have time to work on goals. I'm really busy taking care of things in my life. And here is a secret that I want you to know. It takes more time to put out fires and crises and challenges that occur from living in the default random mode and waiting for life to happen and just reacting to it than it does to be a planner, to be a goal setter. It's just, you have to have the strategy and learn to do it. It's a one-time learning process. But once you do it, people realize, and people tell me, I'm putting out fewer fires. There's really very little to correct. We just move along. And when you have to course correct, it's much easier when you're in planning mode, when you're on a goal-setting path, than when you just live in default and react to whatever happens and take little steps. So let's talk about these 10 skills of effective CEOs and how they can all help you. So the first skill, and I referred to this a little bit so far, is planning and reaching goals. And again, people are busy and sometimes tell me they don't have time, but when we talk about it, it really takes very little time to start some goals moving forward. You don't have to do big goal setting in the beginning. You can pick a few small things and learn the process and build your skill. And then it gets easier. It gets so easy, it's almost like passive, almost on autopilot once you learn how to do it. And so I want you to think about that number one skill, planning and goal setting, goal reaching. The second skill that CEOs are really good at and everyone can benefit from is focus and attention. So most people live in what I call the multitasking mode, where you're thinking of 10 things at the same time, and you're just trying to keep your mind straight. And when you do that, it's not efficient, it's not effective. I have done some videos about multitasking, and I encourage you to watch them if you'd like to learn more, or I'd be happy to talk to people. I talk to work groups about multitasking and how to be more focused on your work to get greater productivity. It's a topic that I talk about in productivity talks to workplaces. But again, most of us live in the multitasking brain mode, and we're just trying to keep our minds straight on what we're trying to do, but while we do one thing, we're usually thinking of 3 things or multiple things. You may be working at something on your desk, something different on your computer, and the phone rings. And you're doing different things at the same time, which is not efficient. And it's just the way our minds work. People think, well, I'm used to that. You may be used to it, but it doesn't lead to productivity. It doesn't lead to what I call the CEO successful mind. So when you learn to focus, when you learn to attend and pay attention to singular tasking, to one thing at a time, you really get the results fast, and you move on to the next thing and get the results fast. Move on to the next thing and get the results. Otherwise, in multitasking, you end up going back and forth and wasting a lot of time, causing a lot of stress, and having days that really are more stressful than if you are leading a focused, more peaceful life. So again, skill number 2 is focus and attention. That can really be easy to improve if it is something that you want to do. A 3rd skill that really helps CEOs is a general stress management ability. CEOs know they have a lot on their plate, and life and work and the environment can be stressful. But they learn to handle lots of things, and they know there are going to be a lot of things that occur. There will be challenges, and CEOs learn to handle challenges with poise, with focus, with calmness, with peace even. Stress, and a lot of people say, well, I just live a stressful life, I'm used to it. But stress takes a lot of time and wastes a lot of time, because we're often thinking about our stress. And if you take away the stress and you live peacefully and you can focus better, again, you move forward and get things done. So stress is counteractive to productivity, to outcomes, to success, to optimal results. Let's talk about skill number 4. And that is that CEOs have steadfast confidence. They have learned to build that confident brain and confident mind. And it's not because they're perfect. Having confidence doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. It means that you have systems and processes to handle things to get results. Simply that. And it makes a big difference, because if you have a confident mind, you can soar and coast and move along to get the things that you want to get done much more efficiently. So, skill number 4 is having that level of confidence. And let's move on to skill number 5 now, and this is an important one. This is time optimization. Notice I didn't say time management, because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And so we can't manage to get more time. It's using our time optimally. We can't change time. We can't manage time. We can change how we use time and our relationship with time. And there are so many things we can do. I have done trainings and videos on that. So I want you to be aware, and there's time blocking, and there are many techniques that we can use. But time optimization is an art and a science that I talk about, and it's something that CEOs have often spent a lot of time learning and fine-tuning. And it's an important skill that if you want to have your optimal productivity and success and happiness in life, it's an important skill that you can work on and improve. The 6th is flexibility and adaptability. So real CEOs are leaders of change. They don't cower, they don't hesitate. They know that things need to move forward, that things change, that good things happen, that not such good things happen, and no matter what, that they need to move forward, they need to move their group forward, and they need to help lead to move their group forward. And that is on autopilot in them. With all these skills, by the way, most people have a certain level of basic foundation, but often you have to call on these skills and think about them intentionally to really use them. But when you fine-tune them and you really get them natural, it's like they're on autopilot. They come when you need them. These skills occur and support you and are there for you when you need them on autopilot. And that's what I would love for all of you here to have, to fine-tune and elevate these skills so they're on autopilot. They're automatically there for you when you need them. And that leads me to the next one, which is an important one to have on autopilot. And that is resilience, perseverance, and persistence. So very often, the things that we want to work for, the things that we want to get, take time, take effort, take work and labor. And sometimes we may fall off course, and we need to have the resilience to just smoothly get back on course, not to get frustrated or disappointed or upset, but again, to get right back on course so that you continue to move forward, that you are persistent and resilient. And again, this is something that CEOs often have on autopilot, that you can learn to fine-tune and upgrade and elevate your resilience, your persistence, your perseverance, so that when you need it, it will be there for you. And skill number 9 is really an important one, and that is leadership. Now, no matter whether you have a CEO job or not, you interact with people, and you want to be the CEO of yourself. First of all, you want to lead your life, and you interact with other people, so you want to know, you want to have on autopilot skills to interact with other people in your community. For your family, for your workplace, you want to be able to lead with energy and inspiration and motivation. So the people that you interact with, whether it is your family or people you work with, will work with you efficiently, effectively, smoothly. And I'm sure you can think of qualities of good, strong leaders that can help you and impact your life. And the 10th one that I want to talk about is that CEOs are go-getters. They don't sit back and wait for things to happen. As I mentioned, they don't live in the random or default mode, waiting and expecting things to happen. They are not observers of life. They are action takers who move forward to get what they want, what they need, what they're motivated for. If there's something that's important to them that they want in their work life, in their personal life, in their health, they go after it. They decide what they want, and they figure out the plan, the steps, the course, the journey that will take them there. They ask questions, they observe, and they look around to figure out what they need. So CEOs don't sit back and think, I hope I'll be successful someday, or I hope I'll get out of this stress, or I hope I'll feel confident, or I hope I'll figure out how to stop multitasking, or I hope I'll get a better job someday. They put all of these skills together and and on autopilot, they really take steps having these skills. These skills really help them reach their optimal happiness and success at work, at home, in relationships, in their finances, in their health, in their hobbies, Whatever it is in your life, these skills can really support you and help you. So I encourage you to take your foundation and fine-tune these skills so they can help you get to your best life. And these are skills that I do work on with my Success Builders group, and we do make sure everybody has it in my High Achievers Club with the clients I work with as well. If you would like to find out if you would be a good fit for either of these programs and how these programs might help you, I will put my calendar in the chat, in the comments section after we finish today. And I will have a limited number of appointments available. So I would be happy to speak to you and talk about how you can fine-tune and put these skills on autopilot so that you can get out of the default life, out of the random life of just waiting for life to happen and reacting to crises and challenges and fires that you have to put out, and instead keep building these steps to reach the goals that you want to achieve in your life. Again, whether it's in work, in relationships, in finances, in your health, in home, whatever it is you're working towards. Let's get you there systematically with processes and solutions so that you know how to create your life, that you're not just waiting for life to happen. Let's get this done for you. I can't wait for you to achieve all of the benefits and joys of your optimal life. So let's talk soon, and I will be back here as I am every week at this time, Sunday at 8 o'clock in Facebook in our group. If you are watching this on YouTube, I invite you to like this and subscribe to our channel so that when I do come out with new trainings, you can again benefit and pick up these skills and apply them to your life. So I can't wait for you to build these skills and to go on the journey and build your best, happiest, most successful life. Let's talk soon.